Okay. I occasionally check the Twitch chat like a couple times throughout the session. Guaranteed every session there is one bot that comes in and says, buy followers and viewers.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
It's like, damn, dude, I ain't that desperate. Chill.
It does work, I think.
Okay, right. Music Maestro, please, the opening track. Last we left off, the Wayward Wanderers had cast off the gloomy aura that permeated their day and moved onward, looking forward to their impending arena match with the Troubadours and setting their mind to the task of deciding a strategy. But, as always, life manages to get in the way. An upset and worried woman was waiting for them outside their room, speaking to the guards adamantly that she needs to speak with the venerable adventurer group. A brief and delicate conversation later, they are made aware that this lady, whose name is Esme, is worried because her brother has gone missing. She's adamant that he hasn't killed himself, but reluctantly informs the group that that's the conclusion the guards came to. She confesses that he had been awfully miserable the last few months, but remains steadfast that he has just gone missing and needs to be found. Urging the group to help immediately, they take a walk to the brother's home. Finding his place ransacked, with giant rats raiding the kitchen, Esme falls to despair, not having any leads or information of where he might have went. With Cedric taking personal issue with the rats, he gives chase out into the street, stalwart in his quest to get back the food they stole. After just barely keeping up, he turns a corner to see some rat tails diving down into the sewers. Reconvening the group, the Wayward Wanderers once more dive into a city's sewer system. Following the tunnel network and the track of rats, you become aware that you're being watched. Walking into a large, wide room, you're gently guided by the rats to something only known as the Rat King. Standing before a throne upon which sat a disheveled and dirty man, he speaks loudly with an upper-class voice, proclaiming joy that some adventurers have been brought to him. It was Jaren, Esme's brother. Taking a quick dip into his mind, Axie finds he's panicked and terrified, as the rats will not allow him to leave. He proclaims that the Wayward Wanderers are here to slay the rival Rat King. With limited information that this rival Rat King is a scoundrel that treats his subjects poorly, you were guided by a rat to the southern section of the city's sewers. Walking past innumerable rats, aggressive but not actively hostile, walking into a second large and wide room. You hear a horrific screech, and you're besieged by all the surrounding rats, and this Rat King is revealed to in fact be a giant hideous rat. One dicey combat later, the Wayward Wanderers stand victorious, with a large, hideous Rat King at their feet. Wayward Wanderers, I must remind you, every action has a consequence. With the arena fight on the horizon, it will be pertinent to get supplies, strategize, and set in stone your plan. Or will life once again impose itself upon you and get in your way? Here now, in this room that you do not know the size of even, with a litany of rat corpses at your feet, what would you like to do?
I'd like to go up to the Rat King's body and investigate it.
Sure. Roll me a investigation check. Actually,
Guidance back.
Wait, what?
I was going to
Why is
say
it disadvantage?
that's with advantage.
Yeah, why? The fuck?
If your sheet setting is set to query, it will tell you what's giving you advantage.
And so if you query is, it'll ask you whether you want to do it with advantage or not. But if top of your sheet is a drop down.
But
Yeah,
the new
I
query
saw it.
before you do, it'll show you any bonuses being applied, what buff is giving you advantage and what buff is giving you what.
Should I just reroll then?
Yeah, but make it a investigation's fine. But yeah, go ahead and roll it.
With some guidance.
Yes, with guidance.
Okay, and guidance. 22.
You take a careful look at the Rat King's corpse. It's a very, very curious thing. Of course, none of you have ever seen a rat of this size before, and it's frankly deeply concerning. What you find, Anxi, looking through this, is the muscles of the Rat King are incredibly abnormal. You're able to deduce, even with this light in this lightless room, just looking around, staring at the tendons, these muscles have undergone rapid growth recently, and have likely
Steroids.
been the reason that led him to get to the size that they are.
Okay. Guys, it seems that something's caused the Rat King and probably the rats to increase their size rapidly. They somewhat seem mutated.
Can we look around the room and see if there's anything that could have caused it?
I'd like to help him with that.
Absolutely. Both of you roll. Actually, everyone roll an investigation check as you check around the room, find its perimeters, and find anything that you can within it.
Do I still have guidance? Not that it matters.
No, because guidance is just for a singular roll.
20. Oh well.
I'll guidance myself just in case.
Sure. So, taking a look around, this is a pretty big and wide room, and like the previous room, these sort of canals of shit lead into the center with this faint blue glowing circle in the middle. The opposite corner from which you arrived in the room likely was where this Rat King first charged out of, but this must be it somewhat of a den. As you can see, a lot of things have been dragged here. Anxi, one thing that grabs your attention is some smashed glass. What's curious about it is that you're able to sort of roughly tell its shape, or whatever shape it would have had before it had been smashed. And it looks to be in a similar vial to the regular potions that you see getting sold around the city.
And I don't find anything else around his den. That's all.
You do find. Hold on, I have notes somewhere.
Ask is her brand name on the vial.
Guys, we need to do an autopsy, basically. See what's exactly inside of him.
Okay, never mind. I
That's
did
a
not make notes about it. But
Can you?
you do find several dead bodies that have actually been chewed up and eaten quite a bit. And you even passed one on your way in here through the way you came in the last session. On one of the bodies, you find a jewel-encrusted bracelet that's been mostly untouched. Rough guess, it's probably worth approximately 200 gold.
I'm gonna be yoinking that.
Before you yoink that, does somebody want to use detect magic on it? It's kind of odd how it's been untouched. For you know, get cursed with Bork's cousin.
Wasn't mine, but yeah. Can anyone inspect that bracelet, see whether it's dangerous or magical?
Hello, Tony.
Yeah, I can take a quick look. I move up and have wasted.
Thank you.
I'm put it in my pocket.
Don't you fucking dare.
Does someone have detect magic?
Sure, I do. I'm just looking if it's prepared. I do, and I do have it prepared, so I will detect magic.
Okay.
Oh.
As you cast Detect Magic, it becomes very apparent very quickly this object is mundane and without any magical enchantment. But one
Yoink.
thing that does catch your eye, over in the corner where you saw that smashed glass and Anxie sort of made a big deal about,
Oh yeah.
some of the liquid that's strewn across the ground beneath it is indeed magical.
I'll share this with everybody.
Can I tell
That's a
my
magical liquid. I don't know what it is, but it's magical.
let's find out what it does, and I tell my Shadow Spawn to go and touch it.
It must have been some kind of a potion, because the glass shattered around of it. It must have been from a vial.
If anyone would like to try to deduce by looking at it, please roll me an Arcana check.
Yeah, I'd like to do that.
Yeah, me too. And I will guidance myself.
I'm rolling well.
I'm not.
As you guys come over and you bring a proper light to try and really get a good look at this, Enxi and Andros, both of you snap and have a thought, and you both look at each other immediately as you both come to the same recognition. You recognize this color of potion. It is a potion of Hill Giant Strength.
Ooh.
Or
How did the
rather,
rat
was.
obtain that?
Baylor and Zinni, you both, with your passive perception, start to hear on the edges of your vision. Actually, not you, Baylor, because you've got 120 feet. Well, so does Zinni as well. Fuck, you've got quite a bit of dark vision here, but around you and quite far away, there are rats looking considerably less aggressive, slowly creeping, sort of like make sure to maintain their distance and observing.
What have I missed?
Basically nothing. We just did the session
much.
intro, and they've deduced that the Rat King underwent massive exponential growth of muscle recently, as he seems to have drunk a potion of
Shit.
Hill Giant Strength.
Can I put my hat of vermin on and see if they become a trend? Wait, it's already on. I
You-
put it on last session.
If you want, you can use a charge to have a rat come from under your hat.
It's not going to do anything though. It's going to join them if anything.
I never know.
Would you like to use a
Yeah,
charge?
go on then. Let's use it. Why the fuck not? How do I do it in this new screen?
Is something you really need to do. You just sort of declare it to make sure that you use a charge on the item. I
I
believe
can't even
it's in
see
your
the item.
in your inventory section. It should be.
Tab.
So, with expending a charge of your hat of vermin, you start to feel a little rustling on your head, and you feel little tiny feet gripping themselves and pushing towards the cloth of the hat as a rat's face slowly peeks from on top of Zinni's forehead, and the rest of you see as a rat slowly starts to crawl out from under Zinni's hat.
I genuinely can't see it. Sorry.
Let me have a look.
I've just.
Yeah, so
Oh, here.
yeah,
There.
yeah.
It only has. It doesn't say how many charges I have.
It's got 3 tick boxes under it. So you tick one of them, and that's a charge used. And I believe if you press
Thank
the
you.
I, it should tell you as well that it resets at dawn. No, after a long rest. So because it's already tied into it, when you press the long rest, these charges should come back.
And you can just summon rest all the time.
For an hour. As the rat creeps out from under its head,
Okay, let's go.
it looks over and spies the other rats looking around at it. And it sort of like hops and makes its way down your body and looks up at you expectantly, waiting.
Is he my friend?
It sort of stands up on its hind legs and holds its hands together and looks up at you.
I'll cover you, Dex. Instead of you
Um,
making mouse noise.
I've got a couple. I give it a tiny piece of bread from my bag.
It slowly takes the piece in its hand and starts nibbling at it while still keeping eye contact with you.
Hi, little friend.
Finishes the bread rather quickly and then goes back down to its legs and starts to like keep eyes with you but turn its body and slowly take a couple steps in the direction of the other rats.
Can you help us figure out why they're not our friend?
It just stares at you
Shift,
And-
can you, Baylor, can you ask him to
and
help
then
us?
poof, it darts off towards the rats.
Oh.
Hopping along, jumping over the canal,
I
not
gave him
making the whole
bread.
way and falling in the shit, climbing back up and reaching the other side of the canal.
I gave him bread and he's fucking done one.
I've only got one spell slot left.
You watch as this rat
Perhaps
sorts
speak to
to
the rat.
somewhat ingratiate itself among the other rats. And now these other rats here, you notice they definitely are like considerably less hostile. They're not baring their teeth. They're not sort of like staring at you and tracking your motions. They're just sort of looking in your direction, eyes darting between each one of you.
Helping us.
The little rat sort of
Good
like
boy.
is like making its way, dodging in and out of them, and the rats slowly start to come towards you.
My friends.
Can you, Zinni, make me an animal handling check with advantage?
Skills and tools.
So all skill checks will just be on the far left side now of the whole page. They just go up and down it.
Oh, it says skills and tools. I've got combat and then skills and tools as tabs.
Oh, it's because you've shrinked the page. Yeah, if you widen it, it's always on the left. But if you shrink the character sheet, yeah, it'll be in its own tab.
I always have it shrunk.
You can pop it out if you want and put it on another monitor if that makes it easier.
It doesn't.
Okay, I'm just.
Does that work? Is that right?
Yes, that does. So that's a 21. As the rats come towards you and you start to like hold out your hand and talk to them in a nice, pleasant voice, they sort of like start to come closer to you and just like keep looking up to you.
It's the rat queen.
It's at this point you realize these rats, like their environment, really stink of shit. Like, it's getting hard to breathe when they get this close because it's like, it's really bad. But the rats are getting closer and they look like curious.
I've got a bag of it in my backpack. I also stink of them.
Very tempted to splash those rats.
Hi, friends.
You know they're going to come up and bite us.
Would you like some bread?
Oh lord.
You watch as the little rat that you spawned finds its way on top of the head of a giant rat and sits there, back on its hind legs again, barely outstretching its little arms.
To me?
Looking
Did you
at you.
respond, Doug? I give him some more bread. My little rat.
Grabs a little crumb of bread and starts munching it again. Once it's eaten about half of it, it sort of like holds it in its hand and sort of scurries over to the edge of the head of the giant rat it's in and throws it in its mouth.
You're a good boy. I'm gonna call you Nibbles.
Oh,
Is it a good idea to name it? It like dies after an hour.
Don't tell Zinni that. Does Nibbles like his new name?
Roll me.
how to answer
Roll
this
me an
one.
insight check on this rat.
How do I do that?
Insight check is a skill. You just roll it. 8. Now, a rat's mind isn't exactly complex, and even with a low roll, you get a good window into its thoughts. The rat has no idea what you're saying.
He seems happy, so I assume that he likes his new name. He's a good Nibbles.
Are you going to pet
Rex
him?
responds with,
If he lets me, I'll pet him.
And he's sad that if you outstretch your arm, he doesn't recoil.
Okay, I give him a little chin rub. You're acting it out.
I'm always acting shit out, man. That's why the camera's on. But yes, the rest of the rats, they've all come significantly closer. The rest of you are also now smelling just how bad all these rats smell. But these rats are definitely no longer hostile. This rat king that was potentially commanding them is, now that it's no longer around, it's probably, the rats no longer feel obliged to be as aggressive or hostile.
can you tell your summoned rat to try and drink some of that potion that's left?
No. I'm not doing that to Nibbles.
Do you not want Nibbles to be strong?
I want Nibbles to live a fulfilling life, even if it's only 1 hour long.
That's fair.
I have a proposition for the rats. And I say this as I scatter bread around me.
Mm-hmm.
The rats do not need a king. The rats are strong and independent by themselves. The rats can exist in harmony and make their own rules.
Can I do an insight check to see if Zinni's gone insane?
Go ahead and roll an insight check.
I'd agree, but Zinni, these rats are rather dangerous. They're quite huge, and they literally kidnapped someone.
Not only that, I don't think they can understand you.
Well,
Well, I'm trying
That's
to get the
definitely a
kidnapped man
minus.
unkidnapped by telling them that they don't need a king.
Yeah, but they can't.
we are
understand
3
you.
hours away from them.
You should
Right.
give him a religion or something.
we, they won't understand you. We should definitely go back to the guy, maybe use his crown and speak to them if you would like to make them independent.
I think we should go back to the newer Rat King.
Yeah, I think he's shitting his pants.
If you go back, I was just trying something.
I mean, yeah,
Zinni,
you definitely trying something, but
Zinni
like,
for a moment
Mhm.
thought she had a moment of power and thought that the grats were listening to her. No, they weren't.
yeah, as you were scattering food around and giving this little speech to the rats, You notice none of their ears are really twitching. None of them are looking your direction. All of them start borderline fighting for the scraps of bread that you've thrown around.
How bad of
Can
an
I use
idea.
minor illusion to create an image of cheese?
Yeah.
How big a piece of cheese we talking?
Just standard, not huge size or anything.
Do you only cast like minor illusion like in your hand?
No, just within range,
Okay.
30 feet.
Oh, okay.
It's 5 foot by 5 foot.
Right. You cast minor illusion. There's a bit of cheese on the ground, and you watch that since it ever so slightly glows like minor illusion, all the rats' attention look and they dart for it. And as many of them tried to jump on it immediately, they all just like start crumbling into each other and realize that the cheese is not real. Some of them still there, batting at the hologram with their hands.
Done here then.
Then he looks at Andros very upset.
I use Sulfatic Phage on Andros. Could you please make Zinni shine? Maybe they would like follow her if she's shining.
Okay, I can do that if we can wait 1 minute.
Oh yeah, we're
Well,
definitely.
Get a spell slot back.
Well, all of this is happening.
Isn't it a cantrip?
Since not really.
Are we doing a bit more than that, Banksy?
Wait, what?
We just run with it.
Wait, I have an idea actually.
Well, can I repeat something?
Yeah.
Yes.
So while this is all happening, obviously, like the investigation, you guys playing around, Sid's not really paying attention. Besides, darling number 3 is cleaning the blood off it a bit,
Mhm.
rubbing it off his clothes, and then he thinks to himself, quite famished actually, and he goes down his bag and he grabs his rations and he starts nibbling on it.
Rats slowly start to close in on your location.
Yeah, so, still talking to Anxie, I just say, when my mage image is over, can you cast light actually, or is it Baylor who can cast light?
Zinni.
Baylor.
Okay, Zinni. I basically say to Zinni that once my mage image is over, can you just cast light on yourself?
Sid is taking
You'll
another
you'll
bite.
understand it in a second. So we've waited a minute, yeah? So I've got a spell slot back. And I cast the mage image. So the mage image is a gigantic rat appears floating in the air, golden with like a halo. It descends down and then begins morphing and turns into Zinni, and then it dispels.
Fuck's sake.
I'm trying to make a religion.
Okay. Sid, roll me a dexterity saving throw. With a sudden flash and just suddenly like, ooh, a whiff of shit flies by you and the food that was in your hand is gone.
I firmly grab darling number 3 again and I look around me.
I give Sid a bit of bread.
The same thing's gonna happen.
Sid nibbles on it, just like the little rat that you have. Like,
I think Sid would be a better rat king, so I sort of Zinni observes Sid acting like a rat, smelling like a rat,
hey,
just being a rat with the rest of the rats. And she takes off the hat and she puts it on his head and says, "He is our leader now."
Huh? Where? Who?
Sid, you see as all the rats in their room previously had their eyes fixated on Zinni, now slowly turn and look at you.
Oh,
They're your friends, Sid.
hey there, little guys.
Sorry about your cousins, nephews, brothers, sisters, aunts. Sorry about that. Didn't mean it.
The rats start to climb on top of you.
Oh, gosh.
And I fall down on the floor. Apparently, one of the weaknesses that Sid has is that he can't stand being tickled.
How big are these rats?
Some of
are they
them
like-
are giant and are literally 3 to 4 foot long. Some of them are small, like the size that Zinni pulled
Okay.
out of her hat. They're a big range.
Can I cast a light on his
I'm
that
crying,
darling
by the
number
way.
3?
Crying. Can't contain myself.
Zin, darling number. Sin? What? Sid.
Oh, where
Uh,
should I cast light for Sid? To make him look like a holy man.
Top of his bald head. Actually, no, Sid's
Bald?
not bald. That's right.
That is so racist. Not all orcs are bald.
You've also
Sorry.
got my hat on.
True, I'm just being racist. My bad.
Unfortunate.
Well,
Just make his
the
face
rats
glow
are
if you
killing
want.
him right now anyway, so I think I'll make his hands glow. I think that's quite a
Ooh.
religious thing.
Oh, yay. Maybe his weapon as well.
It's
I
really
like
cool
number
that you
3.
guys are deciding what to make glow on me while I'm just like dying of laughter on the floor.
Oh yeah, it's like being surrounded in just like an ocean of rats. Sid, do you care
Yeah.
that they stink of the most vile shit you've ever smelled?
Haven't noticed.
That's my fucking guy.
While that's happening, I'm just going a bit backwards because I don't want to be anywhere near that. And I turn into Andrus just so I start learning his shape.
Okay.
Well, I am squirming on the ground, dying of laughter. My arms are swinging around a bit, my legs and shit. Sometimes a rat flings off it, or I like kind of launch it in certain directions. Could the party maybe roll some rolls to make sure those rats are not flying their direction or they're dodging them?
Ooh. As a bunch of the rats start, Tickle City starts flailing his arms around and flinging some of the smaller rats. Everybody roll me a dexterity saving throw.
Oh man.
It's pretty low because they come at you slowly. They're like gliding through the air.
Yeah, but I just shapeshifted into unfamiliar form.
Oh, true. So you got -2.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Is it simple dex?
Dex saving throw.
So 13.
Is that with your -2?
I rolled 15, so yeah.
Yeah, I know, but like you've got the effect to tick on your character sheet now for
I
unfamiliar
didn't
form.
pick it.
That's alright, we can still take the thing, so it's -2, so it's 13. All of you do manage to dodge out of the way as like the occasional rat gets flung in your direction as Sid's just chuckling uncontrollably on the floor with rats squirming all over him.
What does Sizzle think about all of this?
I think as the rats started to pile up on Sid, Sizzle came out of his armor, looked around, and immediately jumped and leapt towards you, Zinni.
That makes sense,
Good.
yeah.
Sizzle's chilling with me.
They stink! Zinni, you hear in your head from Sizzle.
I just laugh.
So are we trying to get these rats to follow me? Because I don't think I can move with these rats on me. It's just too ticklish.
I mean, they seem to be very friendly with you. You can try to control them if you want and tell them to get off.
Oh. Okay. All right. So I'm squirming on the ground, right?
Mhm.
Laughing.
Help me! Help me! Please help me! Help me!
As you slowly start to like try to rise from your lithe position, the rats sort of like slowly like drop off the top of your head. They stop clinging to your hair. Some of them will like drop off of your shoulders, and you're sort of like left with like a lot of the rats still like around your legs, but none of them are sort of like jumping on your torso anymore, giving you the freedom to be able to now probably stand up if you wanted.
Sid catches his breath, slowly gets up, and he's just a bit flabbergasted. Like, what just happened? And he puts his right hand up and waves at them.
The rats all immediately stop and look at you. They start like rubbing their like noses and stuff, just sort of still looking at your hand as you wave it.
Oh.
Like Sid.
Lay on your back. Nothing. Don't. I don't think this crowd is working anymore.
You don't have the
Uh,
crown.
Wait, what? You put the crown on me, right?
No, it's a
I've got the
hat of vermin, and
Oh, it's a hat.
all it
Oh.
does is summon one rat for an hour 3 times a day.
So wait, did you? I thought. Well, okay, so I'm just gonna roll with this. I thought the hat had powers. Why the fuck would they get off me?
Because they're just looking to you as some kind of idol.
I can summon a bat, a frog, or a rat with it.
Technically,
3 times
Sid
a
can
day.
now as well if he wanted, because it doesn't require attunement.
Yeah, you can summon another rat if you like.
Wait, Sid, you can cast Speak with Animals.
He can.
Yeah, but it takes 10 minutes. It's so annoying.
We can take a short rest.
That's not 10 minutes is not a short rest.
Yeah, no, but we can take a short rest.
Mm.
We're already just fooling around. I'm pretty much just taking a short rest while that's happening.
All right. Well, since all right, I'll do that. Yep.
Okay.
I'm just wait 10 minutes, I guess. It's just like it's so nice to have it spontaneously the animal thing.
Mm.
But I
But
never really use it.
as the rats are sort of like all staring at you, some of them still climbing over like your legs and stuff, you take the time to sort of like mutter the incantation that allows you, and whew, you cast Speak with Animals on yourself.
Okay. Hello? Do you
The-
not understand me?
One rat immediately comes and sits in your lap.
Hi.
Oh, hello there, little fellow. What's up?
You Rat King.
No. I'm Sid.
Rat King Sid.
Rat King Sid. That's a nice ring to it. But I'm not a king.
Rat King is king.
Guys, who thinks I'm their king?
I say in the common tongue or whatever.
I just shrug.
I just look slightly concerned.
Sid, tell them what Zinni just told them.
Which is
They don't need a rat king. Rats can be independent and make
Oh.
their own decision.
right. Hey. Oh.
Alright.
Oh wait, I can only speak with one rat at a time, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Right.
Uh, do you have any rat that's like your spokesperson that talks to all the other rats? Listen to this rat, you know?
Rat
That
King
you?
Sid can speak with me.
Oh, great. All right. All right, listen up, little fella. You don't need a king. You can
Huh?
be like independent. Yeah. Yeah. That's like a democracy. You know a democracy?
No.
A what pussy?
A demo.
A democracy. It's a complicated word. All
A
right.
dussy?
All right. So in this democracy, maybe like a recracy. Recracy. Anyway, we can work on the naming of this little guy. But listen, you all vote on the decisions you guys make, and then you count the votes, and whichever has the most votes, you do that. You don't
Does
do
he
any
really know
leaders.
all this?
What is vote?
Right? Yeah. Good question. I heard Andros talk about this at one point. I don't really understand it as well. I kind of figured you knew what vote was.
Rat King Sid will lead us.
No. Let's put it like this. What if you guys
Yes.
work together like you do with a king, right? You still work together, right? Right?
Rat King Sid, kill. Rat King. Sid
Yeah.
now, Rat King.
Fuck me. Alright, so what about this? I'm the king, yeah. But I leave sometimes. I sometimes go away and you won't have a king. What happens then? I'll still be your king, I just won't be there.
I don't understand.
Oh. I go away. Out of the sewers.
Why?
I have important business to attend to. To uh to make the lives of you rats even better, but for that I have to go out of the sewers and do other things alone. And then eventually I come back and I make your life better. Something like that.
You come back with food?
Yes, food.
Oh,
Yeah. But you have to let me go. And you guys have to be without me for a little bit. Is that alright?
Rat King Sid is king.
Yes. And then, alright. Alright. What's your name, little fella?
I don't have one.
Alright. Then from now on, you shall be called my right man. The king needs a right man. Or a right rat, I guess. You'll be right rat Rick.
Ellen number 6.
No.
Too far.
Right rat Rick is now your name.
Right,
And
Rick.
right rat Rick, and you're my second in command. My right rat. Okay? So whenever I'm gone, you're the temporary. You're not really the king. I mean, there's only one king.
Rat
That's three
Prince.
rats. I mean, that is not my son. For fuck's sake. You might smell alike, but fuck me. Anyway, you're gonna be my steward, I guess. Well, I like rat. Right Rick. Why do I do this to myself? I can't even pronounce the R properly.
You didn't even do this to yourself. I did it to you.
big name.
All right, let's make this official. You ready, Rick?
Yes, Rat King Sid.
All right, by the name of me, I pronounce you right rat, and in my absence, the other rats have to listen to you, and I'll eventually come back with some more cheese and shit. All right?
Right Rat Rick looks up at you, eyes wide, and then turns and looks down to the rats. And you hear he starts just like,
Rat King Sid.
Yeah.
Rats say that if Right Rat Rick become king, they kill me.
Well, can you tell them if they do that, I will kill them.
and
It goes
turns
against
and
the wishes of that king. Yeah.
turns and starts squeaking again. And he comes back.
They say, okay,
Oh. Oh, that was easy. Great. All right. So, I guess we're gonna go now to the previous Red King. Right, guys? We're gonna go back to the guy on the pile of shit that told us to kill this other rat.
How much longer for a short rest?
You like another 40 minutes.
Yeah, Sid, in 40 minutes. Have fun with the rats.
Short rest is 30 minutes.
Is it?
I think it can be between these.
Actually,
But I just assumed
At least
in
1
your
hour
world-
long.
It changed. That's... Where did I see 30 minutes then?
Did you might want to explain to them that because we're going to see what's considered the rival Rat King, right? So you might want to come up with a reason as to why we're going to go speak with him. Because you might lose your trust.
Right. Oh, yeah. Okay. So, what was his name again?
You named it.
Darren? Oh, the rat?
The guy on the
Oh,
pile of
right.
shit. That
He's
yeah,
called
yeah.
Jaren, right?
Yep.
Jared.
I don't think
What?
they know his name.
they don't know his name. Yeah,
So-
hold on.
so-
No.
The issue we've got is when we turn up at the other pile of rats, they're not going to be friendly towards Scott because he's now the other Rat King.
I think I have to stay behind while you guys deal with that.
Why is this becoming so complicated?
Because Zinni made me the fucking Rat King. That's why.
And I live
And I
by
tried to
it.
introduce democracy, but I don't know democracy.
I mean, technically, they made their own king because the other one wasn't letting them eat. So you can just. The other one's gone. Like, you shouldn't be a problem.
Okay, we still have the issue of Jaren. Not how are you gonna remove him?
I mean, technically, I can just cast invisibility on him.
They're gonna lose their shit. They also
I think
need a
we
king.
I think we could teach the cats to be independent, but we don't need to explain to them
The cats.
democracy. Just like in a very dumbed down Sid way. Just tell them what being independent, it's a good life. They'll enjoy it. They don't need a king to get food. They can get their own food. Think about that.
And that's how the town started having a rat problem.
And then we'll leave. It's fine.
Yeah. I mean, they already have a rat problem if they're like leaving the sewers and kidnapping people.
Okay, I'm gonna try to explain it to this little guy. Okay.
Yeah, could you convince the rats in here to follow us into the other room so that when we wipe them out, we wipe all of them out?
What? Why are we gonna wipe them all out?
They are going above ground and kidnapping people.
Hold on. We need to figure out why they did that, actually. Why
Right.
did we already figure that out? Why the fuck did they kidnap someone? Because they needed the
he-
king?
He could speak to them because of the crown, so they were like, "Okay, you're our king now," and took him.
Yeah, so the crown attracted him. It's
Yeah.
not like they randomly are kidnapping people from
But like
off the
Yeah.
any poor wizard walking through a town who decides, oh, I'm going to talk to this dog, it suddenly wakes up
I mean-
underground Rat King.
What if we just gave Pinchy the crown and left him in the sewers? He's a little rat bastard.
No,
That's
because
kinda
he would train rats to break in and actually steal valuable things.
fun. Oh wait,
Yeah, that's fine. That's not
he
our
become the
problem.
rat king in like a cool
That's
way.
the town's problem, and we leave and go to Settleton.
Like, if you want to offer the
Um,
crown to him next time we're back, and if we get the crown, fair enough.
I'm not offering the crown to him. I'm saying we take
That's a
him,
bad
put him in the
idea.
sewers, put the crown on the head, and then fucking leave.
He'd probably take it by himself though. Either way,
That's literally
I-
kidnapping.
I don't think it's a great idea. I also don't think they go up just for no reason. It was the crown, so they probably stayed down. But do you really want me to teach these rats independence? I mean, to be fair, if anyone is gonna explain it to them, it might as well be Sid, because otherwise they wouldn't fucking understand it anyway, because it's too sophisticated.
Yes,
Alright.
just to explain it like you're explaining it to a 2-year-old.
Just how I normally explain things. Thank you. I don't have any mode on that regard. That's just okay.
You know, we're going to come back down to these sewers in like a month's time. It'll be like a rat parliament.
Well, I turn back to right, Rick. All right, Rick.
Yes.
Listen
Screaming
up.
at each other.
Listen,
I
Rick.
thought we'd leave.
I have another idea.
Yes.
Okay, you listening?
Hmm.
So, what's your name?
Right, Rat Rick.
Okay, it's just Rick now. All right, no, right, Rat.
Oh.
Hey, less is more, right, buddy?
Oh.
Fine, you can call yourself right. Doesn't matter. It's still a name. Alright, so right, Rick, listen up. You see how you just gotten a name, right? You're now your own rat. Because you have a name. Now imagine this. All the rats around you, they all have their own names. They can make it up themselves, right? But every rat now has their own name. And it's its own rat. You follow me? It's like everybody is a king. You get what I mean?
Everybody is king.
Everybody is a king. Every rat is a king. Yes. And what happens if all rats are kings?
But, Sid, if everybody is king, then nobody is king.
No. If everybody is king, everybody is king.
Rat that is biggest and strongest is king. Keep food.
Shit. City. He's saying that if they have independence, the biggest rat will be the most independent. You know what I'm saying?
Keep going. You keep going.
Sounds like they need to set up a system of taxation.
Just tell them I'm saying this out of character.
Okay.
They're saying the biggest, strongest rat will be the Rat King and get the food. And be
Yeah.
like, well, what if you got your own food? Everyone got their own.
Oh, that's a
What
good idea.
if?
Okay. Yeah. You want to finish that, or shall I just turn back to right, Rick? Fuck.
What if every rat could pick his own meal?
Okay. Yeah.
Just saying that if we convince every rat to pick his own meal, we might be unleashing a plague of rats on the city.
Yeah, we are.
They're independent though.
Yeah, but we free Jaren.
Ooh.
And then the next issue,
Words.
No, wait. Can I teach him agriculture?
You can do whatever you want, Rat King Sid.
Ooh, okay. Okay, so I turn back to Right Rat Rick.
Mhm.
Rolls off the tongue. Great. Alright. Look. You're right. Like the biggest rat will take all the food because he's bigger and stronger, right? Now, let's say that happens, right? Fuck that rat. What a piece of shit, right? Why doesn't he share? So
Because he
instead,
king.
for fuck's sake. And why is he king? Because he's big and strong,
Because
right?
big strong. Yes.
So what happens if you're like, hey, fuck this rat. I'm gonna get my own food.
King will take food.
That makes sense, actually. Yeah, that adds up. So if they take their own food, the big rat will just take it. Did they?
Convince them. Come on, Sid. You're a creative young man. If Rat King is hunting his own food anyway, what is it to him that other rats start hunting their own food?
No, but if they have their own food, the big rat will just steal it and then make it its own food.
But he's the one who goes out and gets all the food anyway. If
No, he
anything,
just
they're just helping him.
he just mainly steals it. Say out of character, guys. I'm not sure how I'm gonna convince these rats to become a fucking democracy.
To deny their animal nature.
Yeah, it's not gonna happen.
I think the
I-
rats will be convinced.
Hey, listen. I did manage. Okay, so you wanted them to be independent and all, but I did kind of manage to convince them to, to. Oh, hold on. Oh, it's still go. Yeah, okay. My keyboard dropped out, but my keyboard's still pushed. I did convince them to make me leave, while being their king, and they would kind of just leave me alone, thinking I'll come back.
I think this is going to be a long-term project. I think we just need to leave Cedric down here.
Oh, no. I don't think so. Okay, any suggestions out of character? Because this is like, I know this is silly as fuck, but this is a problem. This is an issue. Like they're not gonna let me leave. They might, and if I leave, some other rat will just become king, which is kind of fine. It's whatever, right? The other bigger rat will become a king. We have to get that other dude out of there. We have invisibility, sure. A fucking war will probably ensue after that, right? Oh god, Andros, I know. Well, wipe them all out, I know, but there's too many of them. So what's our way out of this?
I think we just go get Jaren, and then we just make our way out.
Yeah,
And
but
the
they
best.
know, like, they kidnapped him. They know him. They know where he lives. We just
But
take him
because
out
of
of
the
the sewer, and
crown.
then what?
If we take the crown away from him, they the way I'm envisioning it is that they're attracted to the crown
Where did he even get the crown from?
The
on the
market.
market.
He bought it.
Okay.
What if, while we take him away and we deal with that, meanwhile, we talk with both, what you call it, both parties of rats, like, there's Rick's rats and there's the other rats. And what if I organize, as the rat king that I am, only from one party though, only for Rick's party, but what if I try to organize a little tournament where each of the rat people, how do I call this? Rat villages, whatever. They announce their champion, their biggest rat. They fight to the death while everyone's watching, and the winner becomes the new Rat King.
While that's happening, I would like Anxie to go somewhere else
No,
entirely.
What,
no,
what you
once they
suggesting
start
is-
fighting, we just go away.
So what you're suggesting is we
Mm.
start an arena tournament for rats.
Yes. It is the rat way.
What are rats like doing?
Huh? They like to
What
eat and they like to fight for food and to eat. The rats, they like food. Rat
I'm
Agora.
trying to think if there's a way
Yes!
to like. Ratgora.
It's happening. I don't give a shit. I think this is a great idea.
Okay, Sid, you're the king. You can make this decision.
Oh, that was easy. Okay. All right. So turn to Rick again. All right. Again, change of plans. So for now, I'm your king because I'm the biggest, strongest around here, right? Yeah. Uh-huh. I want to announce what I like to call a Rat Agora.
Can I have a question?
You can have question, yes.
Can I have food, please?
For fuck's sake.
Only if we fight to the death.
City, there's no food this way, please.
Did you not hear what I said?
What do you say?
Only if he fights until the death.
No, he's not the biggest rat. That's
Yeah, but
sad.
that's the whole point of your tournament, no? A Ratgora.
All right, fine.
He'll get food once he takes part in the tournament.
It kind of makes sense because them like announcing their champion would make no sense. They can't do that. All right, you can have your food, but after a little tournament that I'm hosting. You know what a tournament is?
No.
Of course not. Great. Okay, so listen up. Imagine this. We go to the other rats, the ones you don't like, right?
What other rats?
The other rats. The enemy rats?
What enemy?
Yeah, I don't think they're enemies.
Wait. Rats don't have enemy rats?
No.
Oh, great. This is actually going to become a bit easier. Alright, so what I like to announce as a king is you guys can fight each other, and whoever wins will become the new king.
Yes, that's what we already do.
Right. That's
Biggest rat
that's-
win, become king.
What? So is it always the biggest? It's not like the smaller rat or the quicker rat or it's always bigger rat.
Big rat.
Right. What if you so theoretically speaking, that means just imagine this. Let's say you have a big rat, right? And
Yeah.
then you have two slightly smaller rats fighting the big rat. Who wins?
Big rat.
Even if the smaller
This
rats
is
work
like the-
together?
100 men versus a gorilla.
Yep, it's fucking great.
You see, you said something, Sid. I'm losing it, dude.
It's going nowhere. That's what we already do. Fuck, man. The thing is, guys, if we do a tournament, they want to fight me because I'm the biggest rat. It's kind of fucked.
You need to make sure you lose to the rats.
By dying? That's how you lose. What do you mean? You want me to stage a fight against the biggest rat?
Oh, the problem is if you win, then you're just in the exact same position.
Of course I win. I gotta make him win. Guys, I can't believe we're... Okay. I know this is all still beneficial to the party because we're having a short rest and all. But please, give me some input on this fucking situation I'm in right now.
I don't know what the fuck is going on, man.
I think we should just leave. Like, I don't think we should.
You guys
make the fucking-
invented two nations of rats that were at war with each other. Like out of nowhere.
No, but I'm still their king now. And he won't let me leave.
You're the biggest rat around. The biggest rat who is in the closest vicinity is always going to be called the Rat King. But when you're not in the room, the next biggest rat in the room is going to be the Rat King.
I've got an idea. To save Sid. Who can make him small?
That's a great idea.
Then you're not the biggest rat in the room.
Guys, do you remember that we had a fight and we are pretty much out of spell slots?
Take a short break though.
Yeah, I'm also kind of like.
Well, short
yeah,
break
yeah.
doesn't give you spell slots back if you're not a warlock.
I'm trying to come up with ideas.
No, but
Yeah, that's
basically,
fair.
what Dex say is that we're okay. If I leave, the next big rat will just become the Rat King.
Seems like a good idea to me.
Yeah, I like that idea as well.
What, making me smaller?
Leaving.
Leaving, okay.
We can't make you smaller. I don't think Baylor has it prepared.
No, I
Making you
don't.
smaller also has a side issue of like if you make it smaller, then Baylor's going to be Rat King.
Alright. Have we taken a short rest or are we gonna move on?
Yes, you've taken a short rest by now. Any of you who have lost HP can use your hit dice to regain a HP. Press the short rest button. You can declare how much hit dice you're going to use.
Where's the hit dice?
When you press the short rest button,
Yes.
then there's like the dice down the bottom.
I used
Do I
them
press
all.
all of them?
Yeah, why not? Probably long rest before that anyway.
So Sid recovered a total of 33 HP. Right, this definitely isn't done most efficiently, so I imagine that's something they're going to update in the future. Andros gained 28. Zinni gained 7.
I gained 5.
He gained 5.
I gained 15.
Using my sorceress restoration to gain 3 sorcerer points.
Okay.
Considering my spell slots don't come back when I short rest.
What do they not?
No big deal.
Yeah, you
It's
can just
2
manually
MP
click them
tracker,
back
so-
in.
Jesus, Dex, you really made me cook there though.
But I've also regained a wild shape charge.
Okay.
That was fucking evil. You should have said something.
It's just the animal kingdom, and you guys are trying to impose democracy on them. What do you want from me? What do you mean I'm making it hard for you? You're trying to teach rats how to govern.
Well, we moved away from democracy. That's fine, right? But
We could teach rats independency. Like, if
no,
we tell them
no,
you can get your own food, you can do
No,
whatever
you-
you want, then the rats will be
no.
like, yeah. In the real world, I think that is what would happen.
No,
But
because a big
Dax is a
rat-
pussy
In the
boy.
real world, as soon as a rat gets food, a bigger rat is going to come and take the food.
unless they hide it or not near any bigger rats. But you know, he does make a point. Also, but the only thing you could have told us about was the other two parties, I guess, or the other two parties. The I don't know how to fucking call it. But all rats are together. There you go. Anyway, shall we get moving?
Yeah, I think Andros and Lancy are already walking down the corridor.
Yeah.
Okay.
You mean Double Andros are already walking down the corridor?
No, I've swapped to. I've used my older self to like Lancy.
Alright, we're doing that now.
You're the one who started it.
I need to learn your shape, dude.
Okay. You guys make your way back to the crossroads and then head north. You walk for about 3 hours. A lot of the rats are following you. Like a lot of them. Every time you pass by another tunnel, several of the rats look and see and basically join the conga line of rats behind you. And eventually, you make it back to a big, wide room that has a throne on a pile of debris with Jaren sitting atop of it. Ah, the adventurers have returned. Pray tell, how goes your battle with the Rat King?
Pretty sure we took his head, because that was the plan before. Right?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Who has it?
Probably Andros still loves carrying heads around.
True.
I have -3 to strength. I'm surely not the one cutting his head off.
Yeah, I mean, I could try it, but I mean, I'm just looking at Cedric with a big axe.
I mean, Sidget cut it off and Andros is holding it.
I mean, do we have to retcon it? We fucking forgot to cut off the head.
I
We did. We did forget it. Roll with it.
So, pray tell, how has gone your battle with the rival Rat King?
We killed the big rat.
Ah, as I expected of the most venerable wayward wanderers. Now
Indeed.
that Ratonia has been purged of its evil rulers, the rats are free to roam the sewers once more.
Great. Let's get out of here.
I would most certainly like that. And he starts looking around the rats, many of which start to, like, climb on top of him. It seems the rats may have grown accustomed to my presence.
Alright, I guess we're doing that.
And he looks at you, Anxie, just like with a look of like, ooh.
So, any of you guys cares about this crown? Anyone? Okay.
Looks pretty, but
Okay, I used telepathic speech on Jaren. So, the plan would go like this, probably.
My God, get me out.
Okay. Breathe. So, you need to get that crown off your head. Once you do that, I'm gonna make you invisible. And you're gonna get the fuck out with us. How does that sound?
Should I give the crown to someone?
I don't think so. I think you should, like, act it out as if something hit you. Maybe we can, like, I don't know, create an illusion of that happening, then your crown's gonna drop, and I'm gonna make you immediately invisible. Maybe that's something we can manage.
Oh, you. Yeah, I mean, like I can act.
Okay.
Like I'm a bit of an actor. I can do that.
Okay, I'm gonna shove you telepathically. So you're gonna move a bit. Once that happens, act it out as if something's hit you and you've lost your crown, and I'm gonna make you invisible.
Oh no! These wayward wanderers
just before-
scoundrels are going to attack me! Oh no!
No, not any of that. It's gonna be invisible, dude.
I've
No one's
already
gonna
said
attack
it.
you.
I've already said it. I've already said it.
Well, do you want us to leave?
Hit
Fix
me.
it.
Just hit me.
No, I don't feel like it. Sorry.
You bitch! Please get me out! Oh my god!
Do I hit him, guys? What's going on?
No.
You've just called your savior a bitch. You can.
That was telepathically in her head, okay?
So, change of plan, guys. I just got called a bitch. I think he can live here.
Oh no! He sort of like faints and slumps in his throne. Let me.
I would have liked to. When that happens, I
That's
would
a
have liked to.
fucking natural 20.
Ah, Jesus.
No
wanna-
telling you what.
With a big flourish and a oh no! He like slumps his chair and, and the crown tumbles and rolls off of his head.
Okay, when that happens, I would have casted my mage hand and made it invisible, and this invisible mage hand would have. Can I cast? No, I can't. Never mind. Oh, that would have been cool.
You can go and grab the crown if you want.
No, I would have wanted to cast invisibility on him through my mage hand, but that's not something that should work.
I could Sid could just grab him and fucking get running.
The rats
Oh, really?
immediately start like panicking, looking around, and then you see several of the rats start looking behind the throne. Something you didn't notice before. There is a giant pile of food behind the throne, and all of the rats immediately dive towards it, completely abandoning Jaren's what they think dead body, and they start ravaging at the giant food pile behind the throne.
Okay, when that when that happens, sneakily, I would like to cast invisibility on him with.
Well, do we even need to do it? We just grab him and walk out.
I think we're good.
I mean,
think
if
we
some
can
of them.
just go.
Okay,
If
just hold
someone
on.
see us, the rats. Just,
If we carry him out as if he's a dead body, right?
Well, he has the crown no longer, right? So
Yeah, what if they start attacking us because we are leaving with the guy? I guess they don't care anymore, so just take him and let's leave.
Yeah, they seem very interested in the food behind his throne.
Yeah.
So who's gonna go pick him up?
I can try.
I-
I don't have the best strength.
I can
Minus
do it.
3.
I can do it.
Okay.
Makes more sense, I guess.
Sid, you walk over, put darling number 3 back in your back, and you lift up the body of Jaren, who just lies limp in there and just like is like got his tongue out and everything. He's just laying, and he looks up at you, opens one eye, and he like gives you a wink, and then closes his eye again, and just like lies in your arms.
He hears in his head, great acting skills, dude. Nailed it.
please. Please, it's nothing. As you were all turning to
getting
walk away.
like- I
So-
genuinely don't understand this transition of him being rude to Anxie and Anxie saying nope, and then him feigning death and we taking him anyway.
Yeah. I just gave up.
You said we're gonna pretend to hit you and you're gonna die, and so he immediately
started-
proclaimed to the rats, "Oh no, they're going to attack me!" And then you said, "Wait, no, never mind." He's like, "I already told them, I can't take it back."
Oh, yeah, I wanted to finish up the plan, but you interrupted me and nothing happened, so I was like,
He's
well, fuck
eager
that
to get
shit
out
then.
of here, and then you.
But that's in character. It is in character for this guy to be not listening to your entire plan and just fucking go with it. He seems like a bit of a performer anyway, so he was like, "Ooh, time to shine."
As you guys are walking away from the throne, those of you with longer dark vision see that now standing atop of this food pile, you see a rat that's 4.5 feet long and just starts growling at the rest of the rats.
Can I cast Eldritch Blast on that big rat as we leave?
Roll to hit. Poof! The rat dies and just his body is turned to viscera immediately after being pumped with 11 points of force damage. And you watch as the rat sort of stop. And then another rat climbs to the top of the food pile immediately and starts swatting away. This rat's about 4.25 feet long. So you guys making your way out now?
Yeah.
Okay. Navigating back through the tunnels, going the way you went before, you are able to find the entrance to the sewers and you come back out the sewer hole that you originally entered. It is now basically midnight. It has been a good several hours and you are like way into the night at this point. Woo. Oh my god, thank you. I have been down there for a week. Praise be to the Wayward Wanderers. I am so thankful that you've saved me from that squalor. Oh my good god.
Do you normally just like put on random crowns like that could mean that kind of danger?
Why, like, I bought Crown of Rat Speak, okay, you know, impulse purchases and all. I didn't think any of that would happen. I was just like minding my own business. I went in the kitchen one day, there was like a rat there just chilling, like a little rat. And I started speaking to him. And then like a couple days, a few more rats came back. And a couple days later, even more rats came back. I was having fun. I was having like, I'll be real with you, life's not been kind to me lately. But like being a literal king, I'm not gonna lie, even if it's of rats, it's kind of cool. So hang me, whatever, fine. I indulged a bit and I kept talking to the rats and they kept saying about how they were super not happy about some rat king that was like stealing all the food. So I was like, oh, you guys should take care of him. And then they came back with more rats and started to slowly usher me down into the sewer. And then they wouldn't let me go. And I thought I was going to die down there.
Well,
Well, whilst you've been playing Rat King in the sewer, your sister is absolutely shitting herself, thinking you've been kidnapped by a legitimate person.
Poor Esme, oh my goodness.
She sent us after you, thinking something terrible had happened to you.
Oh really? Oh, that's
This isn't a moment to get soppy.
kind of sweet. Hmm. Look, I don't get me wrong. I feel bad, but like, I thought I was gonna die down there. Like, I'm at the moment just so happy to be out. I can't express to you. I literally thought I was gonna meet my doom in there.
So, good question. Where did you buy this crown exactly?
Oh, it was just some traveling merchant that I was like, I met down at the Merchants Guild. I like to go down there and like talk to a bunch of them. Sometimes they'll have like a couple little magical trinkets and that. What to, little reckless spending can always help fill the void, surely. And so I bought it, just thought I'd have a bit of fun the next time I see a rat or something. I did not think it would go down like this.
Well, let's get you back to Esme, shall we?
Do want to say thank you, and I do want to apologize for you guys needing to go so far out your way to help me. It is most greatly appreciated. And now, in the...
I know how you can repay us.
Oh, how's that?
I need a favour from someone.
Oh,
So-
what kind of favor are we talking?
You see... One second. Stanley's not a long pause right now.
Hmm.
Sorry, one second, I'm checking my notes.
Alright. During this time, by the way, you guys are just making your way back to Jaren's house. And when you get there, he's very annoyed at how roughed up the place looks and starts huffing and puffing about how he told the rats not to use their claws and climb on the furniture. I-
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I need you to piss down the Jules chimney. Don't ask me why, I just need you to do it. And then your
Nice.
debt is paid.
Huh?
I think this is a great idea.
You mean the Jewel of Halfthorpe, one of the twins down the scrounge?
Yes?
Are you mad? I can't go down there.
No? That's what you need to do to repay us.
Well, that being said, though the clientele is less than savory, they are markedly better than the characters I found myself around recently.
So will you do it?
Let's say, theoretically, I could pay you off. How much would that cost?
100 platinum.
Nice.
I don't want to be thrown in prison for public indecency.
Well, you better be sneaky about it then.
Like 100 platinum. Sorry, you won't budge on that, like even a little.
99 platinum.
We've just risked our lives to save your life.
And I appreciate that, and I understand you to be the venerable group of adventurers that I know you are. I've actually, in fact, planned to come see your batch. It hasn't passed yet, has it? I lost track of time down there.
It's tomorrow,
It's
right?
still upcoming. Yes, tomorrow.
2 days, no?
2 days.
2 days. 2 days.
Yeah, it's been
In
a
2
very long
days.
day, guys.
Uh-huh.
Make us an offer. What do you think?
I was hoping somewhere in the vicinity of maybe like 10 platinum.
How much is that? Golden pieces?
100.
It's not worth it.
I don't.
Did we pick up the crown?
Hey, you guys didn't pick up the crown?
No.
I
Okay.
didn't.
Would anyone else have
Yep.
picked up the crown?
Nope.
I would like to think I would have just to sell.
I would imagine Andros would have definitely picked up the crown.
Okay.
Yeah, that's true.
Yes.
Yeah, that's fair. Right. Andros has the crown.
I mean, 100 gold
Lecter.
seems reasonable, provided we can keep the crown you paid for.
Oh, of course, no. Yes, by all means, you're welcome to
Andros,
keep the
no.
crown.
Technically, guys, the quest for pissing inside a chimney was like 40-ish gold.
Yeah, for me, 45 gold for me. If he gives me us 100 gold split between 5 people, it's not
You can
worth
keep
it.
them. I don't think we should be
Selfish.
pissing into the chimneys.
We saw the guy's house. Do you think he has 1,000 platinum?
Well, that's why he's gonna desperately piss
Yeah.
down this chimney for me. And if he doesn't do it, and I take the crown off Andros, this is going back on your head.
Well,
mean,
I
it's
don't
not
think
like-
we need to go that far, my good gnome.
Excuse me? What did you just call me?
My good gnome. I don't want to call you my good man. That would be grossly unfit.
Do you
See,
think
Growls
that
at him.
I start giving him a look that's basically just saying run.
I'll just say inside his head, run.
Uh,
do you think that this guy has any other interesting items?
certainly an angle to
Are you
pursue.
asking
have
me?
any? Yeah, we just ask him. Yeah. Do you have any other interesting items like this crown?
Oh, well, whilst purchasing trinkets and baubles is certainly a pastime of mine, this was my first dabble in magical items. I might have some things of interest to barter with. Please don't make me piss down the chimney.
Guys, please can we make him piss down the chimney and threaten it to put the crown back on his head if he doesn't do it? Please, can we do that?
I mean,
I don't want to be part
you
of
know,
that,
you
but you
can-
can do as you wish.
you can just take the crown off, you know. But to be fair, you'd need to put the crown on him and take him down to the sewers and give him back to the rats.
Look, I'm
Yes.
really thankful for all you guys did. Don't get me wrong. I really thought I was going to die. But, like, aren't you guys meant to be, like, really well-respected adventurers? Why are you blackmailing me?
And
I'm
that's
not
why
doing
I
anything.
that's why I cannot piss down a chimney, good sir. And you're going to do it for
Why
me.
do you need to piss down a chimney?
No questions. It's just something that needs to be done.
What? I just look.
Do we have a deal?
Roll me. Fuck.
Intimidation? Persuasion?
Oh, intimidation, or persuasion, whichever your choice is. But I would say
Aye.
that your passive bonus for getting advantage on persuasion doesn't apply here because this is not very a friendly social situation anymore.
Can I hinder and give disadvantage?
I'm gonna do this.
Can I do guidance?
Oh, I already sent it.
Andros, this is more basically a solos anything, but you can use guidance, so roll a d4.
When all that's happening, can I just leave? Go towards the ladies' garden?
Sure.
Okay.
Who rolls the
I'll-
d4?
You roll a d4. Okay.
Two.
I'll just write in the chat what I'm doing.
Can't. Shit. Ugh.
He's lost. He's lost. Get fucked, idiot. You're pissing down a chimney.
Look,
And I'm gonna get paid for it.
I'll do it. But you
Yes.
better not publicly spread around that I was the one that did it.
This will be our secret.
If
You have my
Hmm.
word.
if the situation wasn't so dire, I would be, well, am outraged, but I would be more outraged.
Just
I
think, it could be
will-
worse. I could be asking you to shit down a chimney instead, but I will not do that.
I will
That's
oblige.
Cedric's job.
Hmm. Very well. On the morrow, I shall take a trip to the Scrounge.
It's a pleasure doing business with you, and we look forward to seeing you at our tournament.
Of course. And are you guys then parting ways?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Oh, you guys make your way back to the Ladies' Garden.
I smell
What
fine.
part of my side quest stuff? Now I have to deal with this bag of shit.
Bag of rancid shit that you've just got in your backpack.
By the way,
The things that I get up to.
you should guys keep in mind that currently you're all fucking covered in shit.
True and real. Does anyone have prestidigitation?
I've already casted it on myself and no one else said that they wanted to after I asked them, so no.
I have no
So-
idea what
so-
that spell is, so that's
Bear
probably.
in mind,
Basically makes you
Ross
clean.
started walking back to being the same time you did. Did you really want to be walking alongside him?
No, I cleaned you up because I'm a very nice person.
Thank you.
Can I not just have a shower?
Yeah, you can walk through the town smelling of shit to go take a shower. And
Uh,
you,
Uh,
exactly what you do.
I'm
I mean,
gonna.
Anksy's already fucked off, so and I didn't know what that spell was.
I linked it and asked.
I'm gonna shapeshift into a dog and just follow behind.
So, Cedric, Zinni, and a stinky dog walk back to the ladies' garden, where you make
I
your
would just
way.
go via the tunnels.
The tunnels go through the mound, and it's like basically the same walk to go to the tunnels as it is to the ladies' garden at this point.
Okay. We'll just blame it on the dog.
Not,
Kinda what my
not on the
thing-
bag of shit.
That was kind of what my thoughts are. You can blame it on the dog. You have an excuse.
Dog's been rolling in shit again.
As you walk in the ladies' garden, the clerk at the front desk just, ooh, that's an interesting smell. Are you all right?
Just the dog, you know how it is. We're gonna go get cleaned up.
Roll me a deception
about
check,
this.
Zinni,
Deception.
to see if you can successfully pass off this lie that you don't stink of shit.
It's not looking good.
She looks you up and down, and her eyes start to water a bit, and just, very well, up to your room.
Did she believe it?
That is up to you to decide. Unless you want to roll an insight check.
Yeah, I'm intrigued.
Yeah, she did not believe you at all. She is like looking at you and is like, "You reek of shit, lady. What are you talking about?" It was the dog, my ass. Oh. So, now in the very early hours of the morning, we're up in your penthouse apartment, cresting the dawning sun on the horizon. Wayward Wanderers, you all imagine taking, after a shower, a long rest.
Yes.
Okay, I'll cast sending before I go to bed with my Pearl of Power, but I'll send you the message so I don't have
Okay.
to think about it now. Or actually, sending is one of my aberrant mind ones, so it should be fine with sorcery points.
Okay.
And it's a long rest after?
Yeah, you guys are all just long resting.
Do we spot Cornelian in the penthouse?
The door that he previously had his cloak hung upon doesn't have a cloak hung up on it now, but you guys can peek in there and check if he's there if you want. Was that a yes or a no?
No.
Okay.
How much HP did that amulet give me on each long rest? On each day? I mean, technically bought it over how much it was.
Bought it
I'm
from
sure it's
Immaculation, right?
5.
10 temporary hit points at the start of every day.
Hey,
That's huge.
However, Andros,
Come on.
roll me a Constitution saving throw. Andros, with a good night's rest, and thankfully a good enough roll, you're able to sweat out and shrug off the disease that you had contracted during your fight with the Brat King, and you are able to cleanse your point of exhaustion.
We're all doing a long rest, right?
Yes, we'll do a long rest.
Covered dawn-based resources on rest. Don't know, but okay.
Yep, you got back one of your charges of the Hat of Vermin, so that
Hopefully Sid's giving that back to me.
I'm sure you guys did on your walk back.
Important piece of kit right there.
So, you guys awake the next morning. The arena match is tomorrow. Oh, we can change the music. We're no longer in the sewers.
Could we perhaps take a, well, not everyone, but I do need to stop by the scrounge at some point today.
Okay.
like waiter.
Don't know what the rest everyone has planned.
I'll probably go shop and buy more potions. And I think that Cedric might want to buy himself a potion of speed as well. For the arena.
Echo! Is it in, where is the potion shop?
There's probably a few options we got. Like, I'm sure we can go to any of the 2 magic shops. The one that has currently is selling things cheaper currently. Has a sell. They surely have a potion of speed because I sold it there, and it's probably cheaper now, so he can buy it from them.
Where is it?
In the magic store with the guy that hates me.
But where on the map can you ping?
Oh yeah, sorry, didn't understand.
Oh yeah, that one.
Someone pinged. Q.
Someone
But
pinged the one with the green gem on top of
It's that one, I think. In the uppers.
Oh. Someone pinged this.
That's Marvellious Mysteries, where you
I'd go
bought the
there.
Hat of Vermin. And
Okay.
this one over here is Immaculation.
Wasn't there one near the inn as well? That was saying that.
There was Merchant's Guild there, I believe.
Yeah, but you guys went to. Well, some of you did.
Where's the other one, Dax?
Immaculation up in the uppers. It's the teal one, the only teal building there.
This one that you've just pinged. This one.
Yep.
But there's another one in this city, right? Another magic shop.
Yeah, it's the one, the jewel that you pinged before.
Oh, so it's just those two.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's in the complete opposite direction that I want to go. Excellent. I'll be using the tunnels then. Do you have the picture with the tunnels? So I can see it.
I can indeed show you.
Okay, so I can. I can go in like there and then come out the bottom at some point.
If you go up to the. Yeah, so
Well,
like.
I'd like to buy some potions as well. I don't have any.
Question.
Hmm.
If we're going shopping, can we skip RPing that and basically say what we want and how much it would cost us, and instead of that, just go towards the scrounge and just do the things we want to do there?
Yes, that's exactly what I was just about to suggest.
Lovely.
So, those of you that are wanting to buy some stuff, what is it that you want to buy?
Has Marvelius restocked on any stuff?
I don't think they would have by now. They said they were due to restock in a couple days.
That was Immaculation that was due to restock in a couple of days.
Oh, yes. Marvelius Mysteries, just for the sake of brevity, like, no, they haven't just yet. There is a potion shop, actually, right outside the Ladies' Garden. There's, like, basically on the main road right in front of you. You've actually walked past it a couple times and clocked it, and when asking around, hey, is there a potion shop in town? Someone points literally it out right to you. It's this building here.
Do we got like a list of
Ping it
things
again,
they got?
sorry.
How about you guys tell me, first of all, the things that you want to buy? And I will tell you if they have them.
Potion of haste, I guess. Speed, whatever.
Potion of speed. They do indeed have it. Gives you the effect of haste with no concentration required for 1 minute.
Nice.
It is listed as very rare. Hold on, I have something in my notes somewhere for a pricing system. I'm sure.
I bought it for like 200.
Default item prices. What the fuck? Very rare potion of speed? Holy shit. Very rare is meant to be 5,000 to 50,000 gold. That's crazy.
Hmm? And even if he tries to buy it from Immaculations, who bought it basically for 200 gold, he wouldn't find it cheaper?
I am so unprepared for a shopping episode. Immaculation, like the magic stores don't sell any potions outside of the standardized healing potions.
But I literally sold him that.
You sold him a potion of speed?
Yes, I did. I bought it from Roundy Gup, and I sold it to the guy for 200 gold.
Oh. Did you buy that from Perry's Potions and Poisons?
Wait. No, I bought it from the sketchy guy we sold drugs to.
Yeah, that's Perry's Potions and Poisons. Or that's
yeah, sure.
that's the thing he was going under. What was his name again? The title? Oh, what was it?
The Carrion King.
Carrion King. That's it. Yeah, okay. That makes sense why you're able to buy it.
That wasn't real.
Fucking very rare. Potion of Speed, if you want to buy it, is going to cost 500 gold.
You can just keep buying it, I'm gonna haste you. And we won't be having it slow.
Do they have oil of slipperiness?
Potion of Polychromy, uncommon. Hold on, sorry, shift. That will cost you 100 gold, Axie. What was the one you wanted, shift?
Oil of slipperiness.
Oil of Slipperiness. Uncommon, that'll go for 150 gold.
What about Potion of Growth? It gives you enlarge or reduce. And it's uncommon.
Jay, write this down, please. I know he's listening. Remember all these prices I've said, and write them down. Potion of Growth, uncommon, that'll go for 110 gold.
Sid, you might want to get this one. It makes you stronger. And bigger. And
Alright.
Okay.
I'm easy. I'm
So,
also semi in the kitchen. I can hear everything, but I need to walk over every time. It's
Sure.
okay.
when you are able to, just make sure to minus 110 gold from your character sheet.
And
Yeah.
about and any healing pots they might have.
Healing potions, yes, they have them. The standardized prices. Regular potion of healing 50 gold. Greater healing is 100. Superior healing is 500. They are 2d4 plus
Oh.
2, 4d4 plus 4, and 8d4 plus 8.
Okay, I'll just buy one greater healing potion for 100 and nothing else.
Okay.
Do they have raw materials?
For what?
For making healing potions.
They do not. This just sell potions. But there is actually a herbalist store that they point you to further down the city. I don't know if you can see it on the map, the one with the little green house and the little bushes out front of it. Right there.
Oh, okay. Well, I will take a oil of slipperiness.
120 gold.
120 sounds good.
Is there anything else that anyone wanted to buy beforehand? Assuming that's everything then.
Sorry, guys talking to me.
Tell them to bugger off. It's D&D time.
I don't really know what potions there are. Is there somewhere where I can look at potions?
Honestly, I have no fucking clue. Potion
I'll
list.
send you a link.
Yeah, I can send
Thank
you a
you.
link as well. Also, if I want to sell a scroll of comprehend languages to merchant or anything,
Mm-hmm.
how much would it cost?
Scroll of comprehend languages. How much? Do you remember how much you bought it for?
No.
Um,
It was from Rowney Bogop.
yes, it's gonna be ages ago. Probably in my
Yeah.
notes.
Thank you. I'll have a look.
Level 1 spells you bought for 80 gold, so you can probably sell it back for 50.
Mm,
Especially given that Shift can sort of like cast it once a day for free. It's one of those things.
yeah, I'll just sell it for 50.
Okay.
And I'm done with my shopping.
Alrighty then. Are we now taking a trip down to the Scrounge?
I just want to
Can I
stop
just-
at the herbalist shop as well.
Oh, sure. How much raw materials do you want to buy?
How much would it be to make 2 potions of what's the one with 4d4?
It'd be greater healing.
Yeah, 2 greater healing potions.
They cost 100 gold each. Raw materials, you're probably looking at. Oh, fuck. I haven't fully thought this out. Let's just go half as much, 50 gold each for the materials for each one.
Okay, so then 100 gold for materials for 2.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And then
Do you know, or have we noted how long it takes you to make these? It's like 8 hours or something.
yeah, I think so.
Okay.
So once I'm done with that, I'm just going to go straight back to the inn and start making potions.
Okay.
Does any count as a medium or smaller creature?
You are count as a small.
Okay, I would like to take 1 oil of slipperiness, please.
That was. Shift how much should I say?
Common?
100
120.
120 gold it'll be.
Okay, sorry, this is going to take me a while because I'm new to all this.
It's alright.
So you can keep going on with the story and I'll just tell you what I want.
Well, I think that we don't need to do this all in character. I will say that even once we end the session, you guys can just tell me after the fact, hey, I want to buy this, this, and this. I'll doubly make sure that it's allowable, and then you guys can like deduct it after the session. So we don't need to go through and do all this nitty gritty now.
I just, oh, never mind.
But for the time being, I believe the story is going to take us down to the Scrounge briefly. I believe that's where Zinni was going, right?
Yeah, it probably is. While that's happening, Anxi will just go to the penthouse and start like keeping notes about everything she's found out until now, and basically just keep to herself for the day.
Okay. Carnellen is there in the apartment. He went out for a morning stroll, but comes back approximately the same time as you, just after, really. So if you want, you can have chats with him as well. Oh, excuse me. Whoopsie. But, Zinni, going to the Scrounge, as you are making your way down to Halfthird's Finest and the Jewel of Halfthird, you find a familiar man outside. In a cloak, the hood over, and not really covering himself all that well or all that indiscreetly. Jaren is stood here in front of the jewel and is sort of umming and ahhing back and forth, pacing, seeming like he's uneasy.
Can I go into Hafford's finest and just avoid him?
If you want, yes, absolutely. He's a bit preoccupied at the moment, and you make your way into Hafford's finest. It's a very pleasant atmosphere, as it's sort of like was before. I don't want to say seedy clientele. It's like very, very sort of like loud, brash, very working class. Like a lot of the people in the scrounge labor work for their pay, and it represents itself here with the loud, brash clientele that the Hafford's finest has. Is there anyone in particular that you're looking for in here?
I want to find the matey.
The owner?
Yeah,
Sure.
Gary.
You grab the attention of the barmaid, and she goes and fetches Gary for you. Oh,
Sorry, one
hey.
second.
Oh man. Oh, apologies. Getting dry throat getting this far into the session. Does anyone remember what voices I did for Barry and Gary? Because it happened a long time ago.
No,
Yeah, me neither.
I definitely can't remember.
So, guy
think it was,
approached me earlier
Mm-hmm.
with a bag of garlic that he stole from work that he'd forgotten about in the fridge. So, because it was in a bag, there's like shitloads of cloves in a bag.
I
It
remember
all
seeing this
produced
bag.
gas,
Oh no, did they explode?
and it was inflated. The bag was inflated, full of gas. And he showed it me, and I'm like, "What the fuck is that?" And he's like, "It's full of gas." And I'm like, "We're not eating that." And he's like, "I know, I'm gonna throw it away, but I'm gonna pop it first." And now it just stinks in the flat.
You fucking idiots! It's literally.
Yeah.
Oh. You're gonna have some
It's
pongy
really
garlic
annoying
on
me.
you.
Yeah. I might just close the door and open the windows. Anyway, I think they were a bit rough around the edges.
Oh yeah, that's right. They were more like this, innit? Something
Yeah,
down here. Hey,
London voice that you do.
wasn't expecting to see you. Been a while. I thought you'd gone and ditched me.
You may have heard that. You may have heard Barry's a little unhappy right now.
Is he?
Well, I
Why?
saw him pacing outside of the Jewel just now, looking very.
No, that was Jaren. You saw pacing outside of the Jewel.
Oh, I thought. Right, can we rewind? I thought it was Barry.
No, it was Jaren. He like cloak over his head. He was like trying not to be seen, but you clocked him very quickly and easily.
Okay, can we rewind then? Because I
Yeah.
misunderstood the whole thing.
So do you want to approach
I'll-
Jaren then?
Yes, I do.
You
Okay.
should just roll with it. Oh, my bad. BRB. Right back.
You approach Jaren. He looks at you. He's like, I'm going to do it. All right. I need to psych myself up.
You can do it, don't worry.
Are you sure this is necessary?
It's just something that's been asked of me.
Who the hell asked you to do this?
No questions, we just, we just do.
Okay. God, I don't want to do it. God, I really, really don't want to do it.
I tell you what, if it makes you feel any better, whilst you're doing it, look over to the roof of Hafford's finest
Mm-hmm.
And you'll see me putting something down their chimney as well, okay?
What? Okay. I am going to go climb up the side of this 8-9 floor building. I will see you on the rooftops.
Be a bit more sneaky about it, okay? You're drawing a lot of attention to yourself right now.
I've got a cloak on. No one knows it's me.
Yeah, you've been pacing outside this building for the last few minutes as well.
And he's been passed out on the floor outside it as well. This is seedy neighborhood. And he points to some guy who looks barely alive, drool coming out the side of his mouth as he just lies there. Point is, like,
Fair enough.
I'm blending in. Don't worry, I got this.
Okay, I trust you.
All right, let's do this. And he starts to.
Okay.
He, like, Pink Panther starts, like, creeping around the side of the building. It's like taking big long steps with his hunched over back. Are you climbing up the
Yeah, I
Half
will
its finest?
sneak up there as well.
Okay,
Do I have to roll a stealth check or anything?
if you want to try and not be seen, yes. That's a natural 20 for Jaren. He's doing pretty good. You, Zinni, in your chain shirt, you start to draw a bit of attention to yourself as you grasp the ladder and start clinking up of it. A couple of people sort of like look in your direction because there's a lot of like houses behind After its Finest. They sort of like look at you and like look the other way and try not to think of it. But eventually, you do make it to the top. There is, as you remember was pointed out to you, one chimney that's significantly bigger than the rest of them, which you've been told leads down to the main room of the first floor bar. You see that Jaren is stood there on the other side and is sort of like... he sees you and he's like looking in your direction. And he just like drops his pants completely and is just sort of like standing there with his like hands on his crotch getting ready. He's like looking up at the sky and he's like, oh, okay. You can't hear that, but like he's like quite far away. It's like a couple 100 feet like far away from you. So you can like make out that he's like what he's doing and preparing himself for. What are you doing?
I sift in my backpack and I find the bag of shit.
You find a bag of shit. You know what, Zinni, just roll me a regular d20, please.
Why?
I would say about, like, quite a couple of drops leaked out of the bag and is in the rest of your backpack. The bulk of it's still in there, but you've got, like, your bag's a little stinky. But you have your bag of rancid shit from the sewers.
What do I have? I have quite a few bits. What's a priest's pack?
It's like a bunch of like standardized stuff. I didn't amend your guys' inventory too much out of sight of putting exact items I knew you had. But here we stand atop the twins. You look over and Jaren is there. Gives you a thumbs up that you can see from a distance.
I give him one back and a nod.
And he starts pissing.
I empty the bag of shit down the chimney.
Falls out of the bag and falls
Is
down
that
the chimney.
necessary?
Oh, yeah. And nothing really happens for a bit. You just sort of hear the general din of the sound from the streets below.
and then you hear poof, a double door slam open, and you hear a bunch of people sort of like wailing and going, "Oh, that's vile! What the fuck is that? Ugh. It fucking stinks, mate!" And
I immediately tried to get out of the roof.
okay, are you doing this quickly or stealthily? You have two options.
Quick!
Okay, then roll me either just a regular strength or regular dexterity check.
Oh.
Your choice.
I don't see strength on my list.
It's got to be there somewhere. If it's like I know they sort of like crunch together some of the stats. It's not
Oh,
in the
it's
skill
not.
list. It's the attributes. It's going to be at the
Okay.
very top.
Okay. I'll do that.
12. Jaren likewise is going to be hastily making his way down the ladders. Both of you scoot down your ladders as fast as you can. As soon as you reach the bottom, where are you going? There isn't anyone at the bottom immediately here waiting for you.
Can I run towards the tunnel?
So of the twins, Hathford's finest is
Yeah.
the southern one, and the Jewel of Hathford is the one closer to the thing. You can run south down into the scrounge houses, so you can try and like not be at the scene of the crime
Okay.
if you want.
Yeah.
Right, you dip and dive into the ramshackled housing of the scrounge and sort of like dip and dive between the houses and try to blend in. Roll me a stealth check.
Come on.
I believe you have guidance, right? You can give yourself guidance on all these like checks you're doing. Right? Do you have
How?
guidance? One of your spells?
How do I know?
Yeah, so guidance is one of your cantrips. So
Oh, okay.
if you go to your combat section really briefly, and you scroll down to the effects section, there is guidance that you can turn on, and it's automatically going to apply the D4 to all your checks so that you don't have to do it separately for every single one.
Okay.
So now anytime you make an ability skill check, it's going to add that D4 for you. So now just roll stealth and it'll add the guidance for us. So that's a 16.
There's a sneaky gnome.
You watch very quickly from the sidelines as Barry comes barreling out around the back and starts looking up the ladder and starts looking out around, being like, "Ah, oh, that's so vile." Oh. And you have successfully avoided detection. Oh fuck! I need to roll for Jaren. 14. And his pursuer's got an 8. Jaren also has made it out undetected.
So are they both on the street now? Furious.
Yes, so as you make your way around to try and get better view as you follow Barry around, you watch as Barry and Gary start shouting each other as they begin walking to each other, and they both immediately just start brawling with each other. There's hands and fists flying. One of them tries to get him in a chokehold. At some point, everything's happening so fast you forget which one is which because they're twins and they look so similar. And at this point, it looks just kind of sad. These are like two old guys who are like throwing some weak punches, and they're like barely doing damage to each other. They're just sort of like exhausting themselves. And after long, they end up sort of like in a tangled pile on the ground where both of them seem to have a headlock on the other simultaneously, and they're just throwing curses and epithets at each other the entire time. These are the two men that you're meant to get payment off of if you wanted.
Didn't he have a spell where she could like... don't understand this new layout very well.
What do you want to do?
Can I do this one? Oh, I can't link it in the chat. Oh.
You want to cast calm emotions on them? Okay.
I don't know if I have prepared. How can I tell?
So on your spells section, at the top of the spells list, there's a show prepared only that you can tick on off. The ones that are ticked
Okay.
off, once you scroll down to like the first level spells and beyond, if you show the non-prepared spells, you should see which ones are ticked on or not, and you can change
To be
that.
fair, I
if you
didn't
want.
change any of my spells when we did a long rest, and I probably should have done that, but I was distracted by stinky fucking garlic.
If you know that you were coming into today knowing you would need to cast Calm Emotion, I would allow you to be able to prepare it and unprepare another spell. It's a 2nd level spell, and they're all in alphabetical order. So
turn that. Oh.
So
Can I change? Oh wait, we've got another day right before the thing, so I can have another long rest and prepare spells tomorrow, or am I okay to change?
Yeah, you'll be able to change and get your spells ready for the fight, for the arena fight.
Okay.
So, Calm Emotions is each humanoid in a 20-foot radius sphere. So, both of them need to roll charisma check of 15. Both of them have negative to their charisma. That's a 16 minus 2 and a 7 minus 2. They both fail.
So they're both calm now?
They both sort of like immediately calm themselves, and they just hold on.
Thank you.
They just sort of like both immediately mellow out and just they're still panting and like got some blood dripping out of their nose, and one's got like a bit of a bruised eye already, and just Are you approaching them to talk to them?
Yes. Our today's session is a Zinni show. But yeah, I am.
Okay. You approach them both. Oh, hey, Zinni.
Who's that? Who said that to me?
That you don't know. The only way you could tell them apart is their hair. They were both sort of like bald on top, but one of them had a comb over. But in this rough and tumble, it's both gotten so messed up that you don't know which one is which. Hey, Zinni.
Hi,
Hey.
Barry. Gary,
Yeah?
what's going
That's
on?
helpful.
Oh, this guy just got some piss thrown down my chimney. Well, no, that's because... No, you just got some shit thrown down my chimney.
And they
Now,
both...
now, boys.
Oh, that's right, Zinni, I owe you for putting piss down his chimney.
Ah,
no, Zinni, I owe you for putting shit down his chimney.
No. No one owes me anything. Okay, Barry, listen up. I'm gonna take you back to the Jewel
Okay.
and help you get cleaned up, okay? Gary, I'll come back to you in a moment.
Okay.
And I take him back.
You
Before they say anything else.
put his arm around him, and you sort of like limp him back into the room, and you plop him down.
Hey, Zinni,
Mm-hmm.
you wouldn't know anything about the piss that just came down this chimney, would you?
No, I only know about the ship that just went down his chimney because you'd asked me to do it.
He probably had a similar idea. Roll me a deception check. But given their exhausted state and the calm emotions, do it at advantage.
Yeah.
Yep. It's fucking, what did you roll? 16 plus 6. Jesus Christ. Let me just roll for the sake of it. He rolled a 16 minus 2, so. Oh, right. Okay, well, I mean, I owe you some money. And he just like reaches into his pocket and starts counting out some gold coins. And he hands you 30 gold pieces.
Inventory. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Are you going to be okay, or do you need me to help you with anything else?
Nah, I'm still a young buck. I've got plenty of strength in me.
Can I give him a... Trying to think if I can, like, heal him or something. Oh, apparently I have this spell.
Oh, yeah.
Uh,
I forgot. Okay, yes.
Thanks.
You cast Prestige. What do you want to cast it on?
Should I cast it? Should I cast it on him and clean him up?
Yeah,
Just to
you
help
can,
him?
like, tidy up the blood that's been smeared across his nose.
If I use it on him, can I use it on Gary as well?
Yeah, it's a cantrip. You can cast it infinitely.
Okay, I'll do that then. I'll help him get cleaned up. Gesture of goodwill and all that.
Thank you, Young City. It's greatly appreciated. Thank you so much.
Not a problem. I'm gonna go see what he has to say about the situation, okay?
You give him what for? And you, as you turn to walk away, he starts beckoning to for a maid to come and start cleaning up the mess. So you go back out into the streets, and which one did you go through? Was this Barry or Gary? I can't remember.
This is Barry, I'm pretty
Okay.
sure.
So Barry is sat there. Oh, Zinny, good God. I
This
fucking
is
hate
Gary
that
now, yeah?
bastard. Yeah.
I'm getting confused.
At this point, calm emotions has worn off, but now that the object of their hostility is no longer in view, they're no longer actively super pissed off, and they're just kind of exhausted.
Well, I definitely showed him, and he has no clue it was me.
Good on you.
Let me help you up.
Yeah. Say, Zinny,
Yep.
you wouldn't happen to know about this shit that just came down my chimney, would you?
No, Gary, I only know about the piss you asked me to put down his chimney.
And you were just up on his chimney, of course.
Yeah.
Roll
I couldn't
a
have- well, exactly. I couldn't have done it at the same time, could I?
roll a deception check with advantage, given
With
how
advantage.
exhausted he is. Yeah, fucking fine. Fuck me, man. You rolled an 18 minus 2 for a fucking 16. Oh, right, good last. What? I owe you some money. Hold up. And he takes a gold, like a pouch of gold, and starts counting out gold. Here's 40 gold for you.
Thank you very much.
It's
And
no
I'll clean
bother.
him up.
You haven't escorted him inside, but as soon as you start to try, no, I don't want to go back in there. It stinks of shit.
Ah, okay. Not a problem. I'll clean him up then.
Alright, you can cast Prestidigitation, wipe away some of the dried blood that got sprayed on him, and the dirt that had gotten on his clothes from being brawling on the floor.
Will you be alright, or do you need me to do anything else?
Oh, yeah, no, I'm a young buck. I'm fine. I've got plenty of strength left in me.
I'm getting deja vu. Okay, well, just give me a shout if you need anything, alright?
Of
And,
course, Zinni, you're a good lass. I'm coming to see your fight, by the way. You better fucking win.
I cannot wait for you to be in the crowd. We're definitely gonna win. Who calls himself the Troubledores? Like, what does that even mean?
There's a bit of a daft name in it. I don't care much for that Cardinal and focus on your team, but like, I'll come cheer you on, love.
Thank you very much. We appreciate it. I'll see you tomorrow then.
Alright, well, tomorrow it is. I'll see you there. And you walk
Off
off.
Zinni goes.
70 gold richer.
Wait, one was 45 and one was 30.
One was 30, one was 40.
I have it written down as 45, I'm pretty sure.
Let me check.
Probably
my
bargains.
notes. Oh, you probably did bargain them.
Yeah, she probably
35.
did.
Yeah, that's right. Fuck me. Jesus.
Harry wants us to piss down the Jules chimney for 45g is exactly what I've written. And then the shit one was 40g is what I've written.
Yes, because the one offered you 30 and you bumped him up to 40. And then you went over and you immediately started at 40 and bumped him up to 45.
So what's that?
Fucking daft this is.
I'm not good at math.
85.
Excellent. And off I go with my gold.
Indeed you do, Zinni.
Side quest complete.
So, that's what Zinni, Baylor, and Anxie were doing. Andros and Sid, if you want to do anything...
Wait, Baylor and Anxie were with me.
No, they weren't. They had already done their own stuff for the day. They went back to the room.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was
Andros...
saying I went with potion shopping, didn't buy anything though, and came back.
Okay. Sid as well? Or were you just...
Similar, yeah.
Okay. It is, at this point, where we start to get more to like the mid-afternoon, where you get a knock on your door.
I assume I hear it and go open.
Yeah, all of you are back in the apartment at this point for reference. Anxie, you go and open the door, and it's the clerk from the front desk. Oh, hi, Wayward Wanderers. I've received a message for you down at the front desk.
Okay. Should we go down or?
Oh,
is
I'm
it
just
something-
a message came to you from the hospital, from the uppers.
Oh,
A friend of yours is apparently woken up, and that's what I've been told to tell you.
okay. And Baylor's somewhere in the rooms behind me.
I imagine Baylor sort of clocked this and heard it.
Baylor, do you hear that?
Yeah, what is it?
Gwen's awake.
We should definitely be going to go see Gwen then.
He piped up too. Ooh.
Yeah, enjoy yourself, Baylor.
To make sure
Uh,
she's okay.
As you should. Thank you very much for the message.
No problem. See you around. And door closes. You all gather yourself, and you can head off immediately. It is mid-afternoon at this point.
I'll just continue working on my notes.
Oh, Baylor. Is it just Baylor that's going?
I don't know, maybe the rest want to.
I'll come.
I'll stay.
Okay, so hands up. Who's going? Baylor, Zinni. Just Baylor and Zinni. Okay, right. Well, off you go. You can walk around the normal way, or you could take a cut through the tunnels. It's probably going to be considerably quicker.
Yeah, the quickest route.
Okay. Zinni, you watch as Baylor basically like power walks, and he's walking like a good bit faster than you, and it's like at times you're having to like jog to catch back up. Baylor seems very intent on getting to Gwen as soon as he can.
It's more that I want to get there and get back and make potions before the battle.
Okay. Damn, dude, okay. So, only takes you about an hour and a half, but you find yourselves in front of the hospital, and you immediately start walking straight in, and probably, I imagine, without even any direction, go straight to Gwen's room.
I don't know if we know where her room is because we've only just brought her to the hospital.
Yeah, but you set her down in her room, I believe, or whatever room she got given. I believe, like,
Right,
you guys, like,
okay.
literally laid her in the bed, so...
Yeah.
Okay.
So, as soon as you go into the room, a beautiful, gorgeous golden light is coming into the room through the windows. Sort of like illuminates the entire room. And in this bed, you see Gwen. Propped up with a mattress that's sort of like bent so that it's like got what do we call it again? Where it's got the thing. We all know what I'm talking about. She's leaned up and propped forward, but as soon as you see Gwen, you notice that though her hair is disheveled and she's looking with significantly more color in her face, her eyes look cold and emotionless, and she's just staring forward. Oh, Belo.
Gwen,
Hello.
it's good to see you're awake.
Hi. Yeah, I think I'm awake.
You're awake. You're awake. How are you feeling?
I don't know.
What do you remember?
So much. Where's Presso? He was visiting me.
What do you remember happened while Press was visiting you?
Some people came and broke my door in, and then in a flash I was somewhere else. A courtyard, and then immediately fumbled through some doors. All the walls, ceiling and floor were all black. It was very weird.
People who took you away killed Presso in that attack.
Oh,
I'm very sorry, Gwen.
he was such a sweet man.
We went there as quick as we can, but we went in time.
They probed my mind, asked me so many questions. All about Randy and his work. I told them I didn't remember anything, and they kept probing and probing, and they got so angry. Do you know what it's like for someone to probe your mind like that?
I don't. I don't at all.
I was somewhere. It was like endless horizons as far as I could see. And there was this man, purple skin, pointy ears, and he kept shouting over and over about Randy. And
and he would hurt my head. It would hurt. He wouldn't touch me, but it would hurt. And I kept telling him I didn't know anything, but he kept pushing and pushing. And then at one point, he disappeared. But I was still there in this, just somewhere. I don't know where I was. And then I started seeing different parts of my life. Bits of my childhood, growing up, my father's funeral, and then meeting Randy. All these memories, I was watching them in in third person. And it was the strangest thing. I hadn't seen Randy in so long. And then just more and more memories started playing. And they slowly started coming back to me. All the good times, all the not so good times. So much that I remember now.
It's mostly good memories.
Mostly. I have so many memories of him ranting about his ideas and theories. I don't
We did. Sorry, man.
I don't really remember what any of them were. I would always smile and listen and be so happy that he was so enthusiastic about something. I was envious in a way that he had something like that to put all his attention into.
We're just very glad you're safe, okay? And you're okay. We're very worried. Once we found out what happened, we immediately launched a rescue to come and get you from these people. And then we brought you here to the hospital.
Bayla,
So we're very glad.
how can I ever repay you? You've done so much for the stranger.
We're not looking for repayment when we see somebody who needs help and we help. And you've helped us as well. You've given us bits of information which is going to help us with our mission. And it feels like we owe you because that information is invaluable.
What is your mission?
We went to find out what's going on this island. What's cursed, or who has cursed the island. And we want to put it into it.
There's so much of my time with Randy that I still don't remember. But one of the conversations we had, it was the day before he left on his little expedition. He was so excited. He said something had hit him like a ton of bricks, and that he realized something that was so obvious. I tried to ask him what, and he just kind of kept ranting about how obvious it was this whole time. A question that should have been asked from the very beginning, he said. I tried to ask him what he was talking about, but he didn't tell me. He just, he pulled out a map of the island and pointed at it and said, when you look at this map, there should be a massive question that you ask yourself. And I just kind of I looked and I stared at him. I didn't know. And he kept insisting, just think about it. There's something so obvious that should spring to your mind straight away. There should be a question that instantly comes to mind. And I had no idea what he was talking about. And then we got into an argument over it. We went to bed a little annoyed at each other. And the next morning he left for his expedition. He never came back. I hate that those were our last memories together.
Sorry, Gwen. Don't focus on those, though. Focus on the good times.
She leans back down in her bed and puts her head upwards towards the ceiling. Silent, doesn't know what to say. It's a very
The
quiet
doctors-
moment in this hospital room. You can hear some kind of ticking of a clock somewhere out in the hallway, but that's the only noise you hear. It almost feels as if you watch time pass itself with just how quiet it is.
When have the doctors said how long you'll need to stay here?
A day or two, and they said I'd be able to be back on my feet.
They told you where you are.
And Ralhafthud.
Yeah. We're staying in the city for another day or two ourselves. And then we'll be heading back towards Roll-Nibble-Gap. We won't be going to Roll-Nibble-Gap per se. At least that's not our plan at the moment. But when we do leave the city, you're welcome to come with us. And we'll make sure you get home safely.
Okay.
And if you need anything at all, we're staying at the Ladies' Garden Inn. The staff here at the hospital know where to contact us and where to find us.
Okay.
And Gwen, we're very happy that you're okay. We were also very worried.
Okay.
Is there anything we can do for you now? Do you need anything?
Oh, no.
We're gonna head back. We've got our arena battle that we need to prepare for. And I hope you're feeling up to still coming to watch. I think that will be good for you to get out and do something fun.
Okay.
But again, if you need anything at all,
Yeah, I know where to find you.
you know where to find us. The staff know where to find us.
You realize that she's become quite despondent at this point. She's not looking at you anymore. She's sort of like constantly diverting her eyes to different corners of the room, covering her face at times. What's your passive insight?
And that's 14.
Even with that and without needing to roll, you get the feeling she feels very embarrassed, very stupid, and wants to be left alone.
Okay. We're going to leave you alone for a while. But call us if you need anything. And remember, none of this is your fault at all.
Yeah.
There's bad people in the world. Unfortunately. They did bad things. They've been dealt with. And I'll lean in to give her a little hug. And then move
She
on.
doesn't respond at all to the hug. You just sort of like hug her relatively limp and lifeless body, and she just sits there. Then you turn to leave the room. And on such a somber moment, with the very fabric of someone's being torn up, put back together and retorn in front of her face again, it's hard to understand the anguish that Gwen's feeling. And with the thought of all those complex emotions, we will bring today's session to a close. Here we go. Oh. Hope you all didn't nod off during that last part. A bit slow, bit
No.
emotional.